Hello everyone, my name is Ibrahim Usman. Glad you're back for another video, and today we're taking a look at these two MTN MIFI. We're going to be comparing the two of them, checking out speed, checking out portability, and which one of them has a perfect balance of both. So without wasting your time, let's jump straight into this video. So this has a 4500 mAh battery. It's removable, meaning that you can replace this one's battery. It also comes with an NFC reader that's right here. You can tap your device on this and you get instant connection into the router, syncs your Wi-Fi and your password to it, and it automatically put that onto your phone. I don't know how useful this feature is. I used it the first time and I completely turned it off because I don't want any random people having the ability to just touch my device and having full access into it, because all you just need is a tap. Two physical buttons, three indicator lights, one showing your network, the other one the Wi-Fi, and third the battery. I noticed that when the light is blue means that it's on 4G, and when the light is white means that it's on 5G. Whereas this device has one physical button and four indicator lights. You have your battery, then your two Wi-Fi frequency, which is 2.5 gigahertz and 5.8 gigahertz, and then your network percentage. Whereas on this device, when it's on green, it's on 4G, and when it's on blue, it's on 5G. Now let's talk about the web UI. The web UI look completely different between these two devices. They offer pretty much the same features, but I don't really use them for anything. All I did in my real world use is basically check if I'm on 5G or 4G, which I ended up doing more than I would like. You can't tell it to be on 5G only. Next up, let's talk about signal strength. Among all my MTN devices, unfortunately, this one has the worst signal strength. There's a page on the web UI on the big router that you can put it in a location and check for 5G signal. I was able to get great signal on that devices, but these two were struggling in the same location. So if you're planning to pick up this device, maybe that's something for you to note, that they don't really pick signal that well. And from my use, this one picked up 5G signal less. Finally, let's talk about speed. I think it's been over 3 months since my last video. So clearly I must have gone through both of this router. I would have explored everything, done numerous tests in multiple locations. I'm currently in Lagos. What have I found between these two routers? I can tell you for a fact that the big one gives the best speed. My phone is a close second. This one offers better speed than this. But in terms of my travel or general usage, I have to admit I use this one more because there's something very important to me more than speed that I just could not deal with using this router, and it has to be how it responds to when you plug it to charge. This does something that pisses me off. Whenever I plug this router to charge, it turns on, and if I unplug it, it doesn't turn off, it remains turned on. I don't know if you can see the lights, but this is currently turned on. Now you can see it's trying to find signal. There's no SIM inside, that's why I can't locate any signal. Sometimes I'll plug this router, accidentally disconnect it, and it's on. I'll think that it was charging, but it's not charging. Sometimes they'll take lights because we live in Nigeria, there's no 24 hours electricity. It'll be off, I'll plug it, just charge overnight, then in the morning I have a full charge when I'm stepping out, but no. That doesn't work. It turned on and drained my battery. So that led me leaving the house in the morning and I don't have enough battery life. And I cannot explain how many times that have happened. It doesn't seem like something that will happen so much, but it happened frequently enough for me to be like, no, this device is annoying. I would not use it. And even though I'm getting slightly better speeds than this one that we have right here, it was not enough for me to put this into use. Another thing is, this one has 10,000 mAh, this one has 4,500 mAh, but the battery life between the both of them lasts pretty much the same from my experience. I can't really tell you that this one lasts longer and this one died. I get full days of use out of this, and when I'm not using this, it goes into like a sleep mode that I can just forget it in my car, come back the next day, and I would still get decent use out of it the next day without even charging it. So sometimes, majority of the time, I get days of use, but sometimes I can get up to 2 days of use depending on my usage during that day. Now let's talk about the speed, which was my major problem. After 3 months of use, have I experienced better speed? Yes, but I've also experienced worse speed. There's something I've realized with these devices. These devices are capable of giving you high speed. This one that I mentioned that I get the slowest speed out of, I was able to get up to 450 Mbps on this device. But in this 3 months of use, I've only gotten that once. The average is between 40 Mbps to around 160 Mbps. And this one too is around 40 Mbps to like 220 Mbps. Fluctuates a lot around the middle. I can't really tell you that I hit one consistently because it just fluctuates it just really fluctuates throughout the day. And at different times when I carry out different speed tests, I get different speeds. But the consistent one that I know that I get most of the time is around 70 to 100 Mbps on both devices. Sometimes it hits 120. But like I mentioned on this one, I got 450 once. I have a video about it. But in numerous tests that I get, and there's something that you have to consider about mobile internet. You're mobile, you're on the move. So I can't just say I'm testing this at home and I'm getting decent speed. I test this across different usage, across different areas. I spend a lot of time in Abuja, so I drive around Abuja and that's the speed I get consistently. When I'm at home, I get some speeds. When I'm at the office, I get some speed. So my day-to-day activity ranges around that. I know people in the comments are saying that they get good speeds on this device. Good for you. I know this device are capable of doing it, but MTN in my area are not giving me those speeds, and I can't come out and say I am getting this or I consistently get this when I don't. Like, this is my real world usage and that is what I get and I stand by it. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I found out about these devices. And to close out this video, I have to say that I had to spend more time looking into these devices because I didn't expect the last video to get that amount of views. And I had a lot of people asking questions about my testing method, if I ensured that it was on 5G, am I on 2.5 gigahertz, am I on 5 gigahertz. And I try as much as possible to show as much of that in this video, whereas at the same time making it as short as possible so I don't end up wasting anybody's time. Thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.